Hi everyone, my name is Max Wild, co-founder and head of curriculum here at 343 Labs, and I'm also an Ableton-Certified trainer. In the last video, we talked about how to make a chord progression, and in this next video, I would like to show you how to make a melody over that chord progression. Just to remind ourselves the song I was working with, let's just take a quick listen. So as you can see, we have a 4-bar vocal, and I'm going to use that as my melody. Now, sometimes it can be confusing to listen to a vocal and hear a melody because the melody is kind of hidden behind the lyrics. However, most vocals do have a melody, and this one definitely does. So the melody is actually this, and I kind of transcribed this and wrote it out on the piano, and it sounds like this. That is the melody played on a piano, and as we can see, we're in the same key that we were in before, which is C minor, and we're only using the notes of C minor. So the melody on the piano is this. So as you'll notice, this is a very simple melody, and usually the trick is that most really good melodies are simple. Let's just talk about what a melody is. A melody is a series of pitches combined with rhythm to create a musical idea. So first of all, you need an idea or a theme. The other thing is that a melody is made up of pitches, which means that the pitches are always going to go either up or down, and that creates some type of shape. And as we can see in this melody, the shape kind of goes down first, and then it goes up, and then it just stays this flat. You also need rhythm, and you can have fast rhythms or slow rhythms. So I would say that this is kind of a mixture of both. This is kind of like a fast rhythm, some space, and then another fast rhythm with some space. 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 Also very important in melodies is the idea of call and response. So this is a very clear example of call and response. Here, this is kind of like question and answer, call and response. It's kind of like the question. And then here's the final kind of answer. So let's just name the elements that we need for a strong melody. 1, we need to be in key. We also need some type of shape or contour. We need some type of rhythm, fast rhythms or slow rhythms, and quite often we'll have call and response. All that combined will create that musical idea that we can then identify as being a strong melody. So as you'll notice, certain notes in a scale sound better than others played over a chord progression. Now, better or worse is kind of debatable, but certain notes have more tension and other notes have more release. So C, for example, played over a C minor chord, has a lot of release or resolution. D has more tension. The E flat has a lot of resolution. The F has more tension. G has resolution. The A flat has a lot of tension. The B flat has some tension, and then we're back at C. And as you'll notice, and this kind of makes sense, that the notes that are in the chord have the most sense of resolution. And the notes in between have more tension. And the notes that are part of the chord are sometimes referred to as the target tones, whereas the other notes in between are called the passing tones, because the passing tones are kind of in between the target tones. So usually when we write a melody, we have to be conscious of when we play those target tones versus the passing tones. And what you want to pay attention to is that you want to emphasize the target tones and de-emphasize the passing tones. So the way that you emphasize a target tone is by either starting with it, so I'm starting on a target tone here, and I'm kind of passing through with these passing tones. What this melody is doing, it's using a lot more tension by kind of playing more of the passing tones. So this melody I'm going to now play for you uses a lot of target tones. So that melody uses mainly target tones. A lot of G, a lot of E flat, and a lot of C. And then it uses a couple sprinklings of the passing tones. Now, if I did the opposite, it really wouldn't sound good if I used too many passing tones. I'll just give you an example. So I'm playing all the right notes. I'm in the key of C minor and I'm playing notes from the C minor scale, but because I'm emphasizing the passing tones, I am not getting a very nice sound. I'm not getting a very strong melody. So what I'm trying to say is emphasize the target tones to create resolution and create a nice rounded melody. It's really important to emphasize those target tones, which are the notes in the chord. So the first note, the root, the third and the fifth, and you can sprinkle in a couple of passing tones, but just make sure that they aren't emphasized too much. So far, we've done a chord progression, a melody, and stay tuned because in the next video, I'm gonna show you how to make a bass line over this track. Thanks so much for watching. My name is Max Wild. If you enjoyed this tutorial and wanna see more, please click the subscribe button below. If you're interested in taking electronic music courses in New York City or online, you can visit our website. The link is in the description. See you in the next video.